Whoever plays him next, we've all the stars who've brought 007 to the screen in our James Bond collection on ITVX. Monday at 9 on ITVB, How the Other Half Live. It's the start of the new series of The Real Housewives of Cheshire. Next, the ITV Evening News.
Potato.
Fix your tariff and get 100% renewable electricity as standard, so switch to E.ON Next.
I'm an alcoholic. That's what I'm exploring in this piece. How one can be sober but still messy.
Don't miss your Saturday night takeaway this week. Maya Jama is our star guest announcer.
A takeaway classic is back, and we haven't got a clue what's happening in What's Next.
We've got Hollywood superstar Paul Rudd.
And there's live music here in the studio from McFly. We'll see you for all of that. We'll be live on Saturday at 7 o'clock.
Good evening. We come on air tonight with some breaking news from Kensington Palace about the health of the Princess of Wales. In a video message recorded by Kate, she's revealed that she's undergoing treatment for cancer. She said that following her abdominal surgery in January, tests found cancer had been present, and she's since begun a course of preventative chemotherapy. Tonight's announcement follows widespread speculation about her health in recent weeks. Here's Kate's video announcement in full.
I wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you personally for all the wonderful messages of support and for your understanding whilst I've been recovering from surgery. It has been an incredibly tough couple of months for our entire family, but I've had a fantastic medical team who have taken great care of me, for which I'm so grateful. In January, I underwent major abdominal surgery in London, and at the time, it was thought that my condition was non-cancerous. The surgery was successful. However, tests after the operation found cancer had been present. My medical team therefore advised that I should undergo a course of preventative chemotherapy, and I'm now in the early stages of that treatment. This, of course, came as a huge shock. And William and I have been doing everything we can to process and manage this privately for the sake of our young family. As you can imagine, this has taken time. It has taken me time to recover from major surgery in order to start my treatment. But most importantly, it has taken us time to explain everything to George, Charlotte and Louis in a way that's appropriate for them and to reassure them that I'm going to be okay. As I've said to them, I am well. And getting stronger every day by focusing on the things that will help me heal in my mind, body and spirits. Having William by my side is a great source of comfort and reassurance too, as is the love, support and kindness that has been shown by so many of you. It means so much to us both. We hope that you'll understand that as a family, we now need some time, space and privacy while I complete my treatment. My work has always brought me a deep sense of joy, and I look forward to being back when I'm able. But for now, I must focus on making a full recovery. At this time, I'm also thinking of all those whose lives have been affected by cancer. For everyone facing this disease, in whatever form, please do not lose faith or hope. You are not alone.
I'm sure there are words that can resonate with many people who also are dealing with cancer diagnosis at the moment. And we can talk now to our royal editor, Chris Shipp, who's over at Buckingham Palace, as you can see. And Chris, this is a huge shock, not just for Kate and her family, but the country as well.
Yeah, where do you start with news like this, of course? Listed a few facts first. One, we don't know what cancer Kate has. They've only told us that she's having a chemotherapy treatment. And as you heard Kate explain there, and I thought what was a very emotional, very moving video message, the cancer was discovered after the abdominal surgery that she had in hospital back in January. If you remember, she was in hospital for 13 nights and hasn't been seen in public since then. It was after that period that the cancer was discovered, and she's now going through chemotherapy treatment. You don't need me to remind you, of course, that her father-in-law, the King, is also having cancer treatment as well. That's two very senior members of the royal family, both now being treated for cancer. As for the timing, why have they done it today? Well, it's all about their three children, about Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis. They finished school today for the Easter holidays. They had something like 3 or 4 weeks off. And whilst Kate and William took time to tell them, obviously there's no more difficult a task for a parent to tell their children that one of you has cancer. They finished school today, so William and Kate can shield their three children from the inevitable media coverage of this particular story. They're on holiday, they can keep them away from their friends and from school and from social media, and that's why Kensington Palace made the announcement of Kate's cancer today.
OK, Chris, thank you very much. Well, if you are just joining us, let's remind ourselves now of what the Princess of Wales said in that video, in which she revealed that she's being treated for cancer.
In January, I underwent major abdominal surgery in London, and at the time, it was thought that my condition was non-cancerous. The surgery was successful. However, tests after the operation found cancer had been present. My medical team therefore advised that I should undergo a course of preventative chemotherapy, and I'm now in the early stages of that treatment. This, of course, came as a huge shock, and William and I have been doing everything we can to process and manage this privately for the sake of our young family.
We're joined now by our health correspondent, Rebecca Barry, and the words that Kate has used there is preventative chemotherapy. Can you talk us through exactly what that means?
Yeah, I mean, firstly, for the princess's privacy, understandably, they're not revealing the type or the stage of cancer. But we do know that in late February, she started a course of preventative chemotherapy. Now, that is when a primary tumour has been removed. But as one expert put it to me, there could be still other cancer cells somewhere else in the body. So preventative chemotherapy aims to stop those cells from seeding elsewhere, to stop metastasis. That's the spread of cancer from its primary spot in the body to another place in the body. Chemo is essentially chemicals that kills cancer cells. But unfortunately, they also kill other normal cells in the body, and that can cause horrible side effects. I mean, most people think of people losing their hair, but perhaps the most worrying side effect can be that you can become immunosuppressant, and that means you have to be very careful, avoid picking up any infections. But of course, these days, drugs can be very refined and targeted, so it can limit the side effects. And I think many people will be reassured to hear that the princess is on a pathway of recovery, as they describe it.
OK, Rebecca, thanks very much for that. Well, in the last few moments, the Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, has issued this statement. In it, he said that the Princess of Wales will have the love and support of the whole of the country as she continues her recovery. She has shown tremendous bravery with her statement today. In recent weeks, she has been subjected to intense scrutiny and has been unfairly treated by certain sections of the media around the world and on social media. When it comes to matters of health, like everyone else, she must be afforded the privacy to focus on her treatment and to be with her loving family. That there is a statement from Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. Well, let's return to Chris Shipp, who's outside Buckingham Palace. And part of that message from Kate was the way in which she has requested privacy for her and her family.
Yeah, you heard it in that statement from Rishi Sunak there about the privacy that she now expects, really. I mean, look at all the furore, the hysteria around Kate's disappearance from public life in the past few weeks. We now have an explanation why. Abdominal surgery, again, we still don't know exactly what. It was successful, she said, but she had to wait for the time to heal from that before she could start the cancer treatment. And then you've got the issue of how and when you tell your children. I mean, no wonder that video message from Kate there was very emotional, but I don't think anyone thought we would be in 2024 with two senior members of the royal family being treated for cancer.
Indeed. Now, the words from Rishi Sunak did reiterate the intrusion that the family has felt as a result of media and on social media. And the Princess of Wales did talk about how they've been coping with the diagnosis.
Most importantly, it has taken us time to explain everything to George, Charlotte and Louis in a way that's appropriate for them and to reassure them that I'm going to be okay. As I've said to them, I am well and getting stronger every day by focusing on the things that will help me heal in my mind, body and spirits. Having William by my side is a great source of comfort and reassurance too, as is the love, support and kindness that has been shown by so many of you. It means so much to us both.
Well, we'll have more on this at 6:30, but for now, over to the news where you are.
Good evening. There will be more on the Princess of Wales's cancer treatment on the evening news at 6:30. In the meantime, let's bring you the main headlines in London.